Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here and of this little community here on YouTube. And if you're new here, my name is Nicholas and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love and all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So today I'm going to be talking about what is the meaning of life. Now this answer is caused many people, many philosophers have different ideas, different thoughts. I would say life is very much like an onion, but there are many aspects to life. Life has many different meanings, and there's many different perspectives on this subject. But we as humans tend to think there's a right or wrong way of doing things, but there's a right and wrong path. But the reality is there are many paths we can walk. There are many ways to achieve a goal, a dream. And this is something Goddess Hecate has taught me, because she is the goddess of the paths, of the crossroads, where there are many ways we can achieve our dreams and goals, our many paths, but we have to work towards our dreams and goals. But when it comes to life, the meaning of life is to learn lessons. If we were to boil the meaning of life down to one answer, my answer would be the meaning of life is to learn lessons. Because for each incarnation, we're learning different lessons. So we live many lives through reincarnation. In some lives we would have been high priests, high priestesses. We would have been warriors, hunters, huntesses. We would have been healers, doctors, teachers, and many lives. But for each life we're learning experience. Like if we are a doctor, or we were a doctor or a healer of sorts, we would learn what it's like for people to be sick and not well, and what it's like you would learn what plagues people, what makes people not well, and what to do to heal them and make them better again. But I would also learn that sometimes there's nothing you can do. What the physician's art cannot always save the patient. Sometimes you'd learn that as well. And there are many great, and there's some difficult lessons we have to learn in this life. There's some beautiful lessons we have to learn. One lesson we do learn that's hard is we can trust people. We can trust family members, we can trust friends. And at the time, we think, sometimes we've not got that gut feeling, but this person, I can't trust them, or they're not there. Or maybe we've got that gut feeling but we ignore it. But that gut feeling can come later. But sometimes we're in a friendship, a relationship with someone, and we think our mind and heart, that they're trustworthy, that they've got our back, that they love us, they care about us, they're helping us. But we learn what not all this is how it appears to be. Not everything is the way it appears to be. Not everything is the way it seems. And we learn sometimes in life, as hard as it is, you've got to cut people out. You've got to let go. There's lots of things we need to let go of in life. We can get attached to things, places and things that are not good for us. So we also need to learn to let go. And there are many, many lessons we learn in our life. And each lesson we learn gives us knowledge, wisdom and helps us grow. And that's the meaning of life. The meaning of life is for us to learn lessons. And when we're on a spiritual journey, or we're on personal growth, development, and everyone's journey is different. But depending on what path you work with, depending what energies you work with, those energies and the experiences and walking your unique spiritual path is going to teach you unique life lessons. And if you work with gods, and we all have spirit guides, but some people believe in spirit guides, some people choose not to work with them, or they don't believe in them. Everyone's path is different. And that's how I'm saying, when it comes to a spiritual path, everyone works with different energies. And the energies you work with, the experiences you have, the path you walk, all of this teaches you lessons. And every single day of our life, we might leave the institution. The institution is school. We all go to the institution with school. Some people have not experienced that, but a lot of us have experienced that, going to school and the pros and cons of, public education and going to a school or going to an institution. And though we leave the physical building and we leave school, we never really leave school, because every day is a school day, and every single day of our life when we wake up, we're learning lessons. And that is the meaning of life, to learn lessons. And yes, there are many aspects to our life. Life has many meanings, but if we were to boil it all down to one meaning, the meaning of life is to learn lessons. And each day we learn new lessons. And in this life we learn certain lessons, and in the next life we learn different lessons. But we get to decide if we're going to stop learning lessons and ascend. So we may live a certain life, and we get to decide at some point we ascend, our soul ascends, so we become a wise master or spiritual master. In the sense, but like in Asian culture, there's like a lot of ascended masters, or there's people but are now spirits who lived very holy lives, but they've got that knowledge and wisdom, they've learnt a lot of lessons in that lifetime, and they've chose to be a spirit guide or a being that helps people on the spirit side, so they don't come back as someone else. And some beings choose that. But that is the meaning of life, to learn lessons. And each day we learn new lessons. And the lessons we learn in this life are unique for us to learn. And, when we work with deities, different deities, even if everyone worked with the same deity, that deity is going to give everyone a different message, a different lesson, because deities give you what you need, or what you need to hear as well. But when it all boils down to it, that is the meaning of life, to learn lessons. Until next time, giving you food for thought as always. Stay safe, stay magical and wise. Blessed be.